Offense and the Doyle Smith Cup are up for grabs here today at Homewood Field as the number 6 Blue Jays of Johns Hopkins. 60% against Logan Callahan for the Johns Hopkins Blue Jays, just under 60%. Face-off violation gives possession to Verdo, the short stick defensive midfielder for the Blue Jays, applying the pressure. Chico, a player that Coach Peter Millen very high on. He had played good defense, but Interlead fights through the check and is able to beat Luke Stout, stick side. Great start for the Wahoos.
Callahan at the face-off zone defense. You see 5 bodies packed in the paint, and Interlead does a wonderful job of shooting around the defender. It's not like he gained valuable territory in that move, Mark, but what he did was free up his hands.
Virginia guarding Kyle Morris, 38 in orange, the starter for Virginia. Feet in front, English finds the back of the cage. Nifty look from Dylan Bauer. Brooks English, he's got 12 assists on the year. That time, he finds the back of the net.
Fantastic season. Bauer carries down the right wing and just jams that ball inside. Constantly moving. Brooks English, he can score goals himself. He's a great assist man. Virginia came from behind and beat Johns Hopkins at Towson.
Second midfield group mishandles the pass. That was Jimmy Ayers. First turnover of the contest for Johns Hopkins.
Looks like this game's got a little more of a
Virginia native. Melendez draws a double team, gets it up to English. Ball hits the deck. Whistle will stop playing. We'll see the adjudication of the foul.
Excellent double team by Virginia on that fall. Carries you from the outside.
Melendez surveys. Chick, nice feet inside. Shot, save Morris. Robbery on Chuck Rawlson, 50. Great ride by Virginia. Picked up by Colsey. Him and Truett Sunderland combined to create that turnover. Little give and go feed to Millen. Just out of his reach. Not deflected, not tipped. Turnover.
They're much more deliberate. They look more organized, playing to different strengths.
Shot finds the back of the net. Beautiful bounce shot from Jack Walsh off of the assist from Charles Balsamo.
That is a faulty slide that creates the step down. We saw that against Carolina.
Colsey on the defense, being played by Quentin Kilrain, the sophomore. Shot by Millen, post up, fires high to high. Stout points at himself, but Virginia has now jumped out to a 2-goal cushion.
The top freshman a year ago. He is emotionally mature. It's a new assignment for him this year, being the point guard of this offense. But at his core, at his true.
A lot of Millens here in Virginia. Good ground ball picked up by Callahan.
It's half
he
the
is
battle,
hounded.
half the battle. Great pass.
Here comes Johns Hopkins. The shot to goal, and that is a big one. Jack Monfort off of the broken play on the face-off, slips into the backside, catches it, cruises in, and
big physical play. Look at Callahan, chases down. Right here is where this goal is made. He's double teamed, he runs away and circles, his eyes are up. Next thing you know, you got the numbers on the far side. Monfort does
of this contest.
Callahan is like an A+ student here at Johns Hopkins. This place is not easy. Trust me.
Oh, we know.
Super technician.
Shot, another goal. Low angle. Truett Sunderland finds the bottom of the cage. Virginia playing loose.
So all of a sudden the tempo of this game picks up. Great ball movement. Virginia capitalizes on a Hopkins defense. It's on the carousel. They're trying to keep up with the rapid ball movement. Sunderland just plants his.
Kevin Cassis talking to his unit. They got to feel great about this start.
Yeah, he's got their attention this week. Coach telling me that the accountability, the player-led defender and stick broke in half, and then he made contact with the defender playing without a stick.
Wow. Fourth turnover for the Blue Jays. Ooh, that'll get a flag.
This is a tough break. This is a tough break for the Blue Jays. And this is accidental. There's no malice here. That's where you just got to decelerate if you're Collison and pull up.
Millen paints the corner on the extra man. It doesn't get much better than that. And Virginia
Guys, you want to stop on this extra man for Virginia. It's three-headed in my estimation. It's Colsey from the left wing, Sunderland inside, and Millen gets the opportunity to set his feet and eye this up. Turn and rake. He absolutely tattoos the corner. This view.
Kaloji blanketing Hunter Chavette, the lefty shooter for Johns Hopkins. Feet in front, Collison nestles it in his stick, one cradle, and it's out. And the big man solves the Virginia defense for his first goal of the afternoon.
Boom, adjacent double team. Collison follows it. He catches, he's able to give the goalie a pump fake and then shoot this ball hard to net. Don't mess around with the goalie's stick. Don't mess around with the goalie's feet. Collison having
on Hopkins, looks like it was pinned to the chest of Eiler. Fifth turnover. Eiler really getting his first significant minutes as time ticks away here in the first quarter. And that'll do it. Triple zeros on the scoreboard. We were treated to an entertaining first 15 minutes of action. Virginia, they have come to play. McCabe Millen, a pair of tally. Hopkins this season shoots 44% in the second quarter, so we'll see if they can make up some ground here.
it's a foul.
Stu Phillips getting aggressive, gets shoved in the back. Looks like that'll be a 30-second.
Roll over Dons.
Roll Dons roll. Chavette lets it go, and Morris stabs it out of midair.
Nice.
He saw that one clean.
Chavette to the weight, Dixon. He brings it every single time.
Montfort on the defense for Hopkins. Lefty shot gobbled up by Luke Stout. That offering by Will Interlead. He's already scored. Third save for the Hopkins netminder. Giving an earful to Michael Kleeblatt, the trail official. Pass to Chavette. Sky whammy. Gets it in and scores. Face dodge. Chavette throws his defender. Walks around him and gets in the
step back. Get over the top. Get around, guys. He's settling. Work for the best shot. This is a classic example of the time he's put in over the last 2 weeks.
Eiler.
Super slow to slide to this group.
Yeah. Who's the threat? Who's going to create? Separation, there it is.
He was a little limpy earlier. He's not out there right now. And so you're playing with a six-pack of offensive players who the slippage, and clearly he has the range. That's exactly what we're talking about with Chavette. When you push to the goal, good things happen.
2 goals in 61 seconds, and you'll... Malachi Jones, 55 in orange. Long stick for Virginia in the contest now. His defensive cover is Dylan Bauer as they continue to double pull the midfield. Shot by Morris.
Everything but
save.
Finish.
Yeah.
Really good penetration.
Playing time between the first and second units. Hopkins oftentimes gives that lion's share to the first group.
I like it. They score a goal, you go right back to him.
Right.
Melendez remains on the sideline for the Blue Jays. 31 in white. He's not getting any attention. He still has his helmet on. Mark.
It looks like he's favoring that right leg, maybe.
You see he's got his right
ball into the ankles of the Virginia attackman. Creates the out-of-bounds situation and wins possession for his ball club.
Look deep now, look deep.
Underneath. Oh, and Morris gets a piece of it. You better hustle. I didn't know the lack of hustle. Being guarded by Weisar of Johns Hopkins, a transfer from Salisbury. This is Millen, now matched up on Kilrain. Draws a double, hits the backside in a couple of fakes, and a goal for Truett Sunderland. You said Virginia needed it. They got it. They retake the lead at 6-5.
Millen will get credit for the incredible. And you think about how good Virginia was. They went undefeated and won the national championship in 06. But
yeah,
the players on that field, I watched it this morning, the end of that game on YouTube. It was riveting.
Virginia assistant Kip Turner, the goaltender for
Played a
the
great
Cavaliers
game.
that day.
16 or 17 saves.
Yeah.
Schwartzman, clutch saves. Paul Rabel has the game-winning assist.
The whole body of work Eric Chick now in the game on midfield for Johns Hopkins.
You compare this Hopkins lineup right now to last season, there's like no carryover.
Right.
Think about losing Angeles Degnan Peshko.
Collects the feed from Charlie Eiler. Little pump fake, weaves through defense, and deposits it in the back of the net. Hopkins ties it up once again.
He's at X, he's really patient, he's accurate. Dicing and slicing this Virginia defense from behind with some crisp passing. Dartmouth had a big win last night over Vermont, if I'm not mistaken. But he was the OC. He believed in a little more freelancing. Kevin Cassis is more of a standard play.
Shots
working.
And another goal for the Cavaliers. Johnny Hackett, welcome to
this Hopkins defense. This over-aggressive sliding. Look at a double team on the corner. Why? Please tell me why you're doubling that man when he's at goal line extended and he's not a threat to score. He moves it on, and as we talked about, that game prior to halftime, right?
Definitely. Want to try to get one here if you're the Jays. Little swim move down the alley. Bauer inside, shot the whirling Dervish. Finds Stu Phillip.
He's open all day long. The swim, gorgeous. Double team, triple team comes. But you need a second slide there, and none shows up. Look, two can go, but you got to back it. Slides need to work together like gears.
The cross. Paul Carcaterra and Charlotte North outline how one can get their game to new heights with their stick work. You can't go anywhere without catching, throwing, ground balls, the fundamentals.
Exactly. And it's funny, Mark, because the better the competition becomes at college, the more important your fundamentals actually become.
Without question, under 15 seconds. Looking for something, a little skip pass. It's Collison, gives it up to Bauer, back to Collison. It's on the turf, 2 seconds, one, and that's how the first 30 minutes of lacrosse will end here at Homewood Field. Virginia has to feel really good about that third.
Standing in the second half. He's got a big brain. He's a diagnostic type guy. He's taking some kind of crazy major here at Hopkins. Super smart, and he puts that to work for himself.
63% in the second half is Callahan in 2025.
The other thing, adjustment, you could theoretically do that now, although I think Eiler 29 catches my eye. He dives. And
it looks like he landed on his wrist.
And nearly impales himself with his stick. That was not smart. Wow, that's just how you draw it up offensively. Really impressive by Virginia. Again, they draw the double team at the corner, they get the ball reversal to the weak side, they get a high percentage shot.
Menke with time and room just whips it wide. Millen earns the short spurt. Can't handle the feed from Millen. Again, Virginia looking to push the envelope early in the possession.
See if they pick on Ayers. He's going to try to run, speeding out of the game up by the midfield line.
Colsey with a great dodge, and he pastes the upper 90. Saw the matchup on the short stick, Eric McDonald for Hopkins, and he wasted no time.
It's a matchup he's going to win. Hopkins defense is not really set up, and their double team is late. But let me tell you, the most improved player I've seen this season is Colsey.
There's one thing interesting with these injuries to the attack unit. Eric Chick is a player who was running in the midfield, but he started the season down on attack. Feet across the crease, and there's the finish. Collison to Chavette. Hopkins back to within one.
Talked about man. He's got an outside shot. He can beat you off the dribble, and this time, watch this lefty feed to the backside. It's a thing of beauty. He looks through the defense and finds Chavette parked in the backside. If I'm the Blue Jays, I run my offense through
back at the high school days.
I just stack teams for Coach Hilgard.
Millen with a step, feet up top. Colsey, clean catch. Didn't put that shot where he wanted it. Stout gobbles it up, and here come the Blue Jays.
Virginia defense on ball.
Sticky, very sticky.
Coach Millen said they want to jam you at the point. Cross-check, jam you hard.
Bauer gets inside, shot, and it just had enough English on it to go over the goal line. Tremendous individual effort by Dylan Bauer.
For this first midfield line, fans here in Baltimore love it. Acceleration, finish, he dives, tangent to the crease and stays out of that. So he gets a little piece of that, ball's over the line now. Is he down? That view is inconclusive.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's on the blue line there.
I think they're probably looking at that right foot, right knee, left foot.
Doesn't hit the ground.
No.
I think this goal is going to hold up.
Joining you here. Thanks to all the men and women in our production crew for the work they are doing to put this game on.
I love this series, this Virginia Hopkins series, steeped in tradition, steeped in excellence. Mutual respect. It's a trophy game.
Passes it up to Phillips, over to Eiler. Chavette does have a short stick matchup. Finds air shot. Saved. Kyle Morris read that one all the way and makes a clean stop. Doesn't give up a rebound.
Weird offensive possession.
7th save.
Hopkins doesn't take him out on an island. He's the one guy they won't slide to. He gets a positive switch. That's not the switch you want if you're a Blue Jay fan.
Rory Calhoun plays defense. Virginia now only 1 goal in the last 12 minutes.
You want to avoid those switches that aren't equitable. You've got your all going off that big upset. Hopkins has never led in this game.
No. Looking to change that now. Dylan Bauer. Over to Chavez. Stop, pop, and drop. 91 in white with the worm burner. Sends it far post. And the Blue Jays take their first lead of the afternoon. Eiler gets a step. Shot and a score. Charlie Eiler rolls away from the pressure. Head of steam, gets a step, and he slams it home. Hopkins continuing their run.
San Ramon Valley in California has been a little bit of a mini hotbed. He's a sophomore who broke his ankle last year and didn't get much playing time. But one thing is
getting careless, getting tired maybe, as they played a ton of defense in the second and now third quarters. Stu Phillips gets it going up top. Chavette, beautiful pick. Arms are free, and he finds the twine. It is turned into...
five today. So instead of a pass down, pick down, this is a pass across. Phillips sets the pick there. The defender takes the northern route, so to speak, on top of the pick. And Chavette, running full speed, gets to the middle.
Quick change direction behind the cage, yeah.
I like his acceleration. That's got to be respected. This is a big Virginia defense. They want to get your hands on you. Tough to get your hands on Eiler.
Burke. Nice slide by Schroeder.
Good defense.
Looked like Burke held Schroeder's stick. In front of the crease, no call.
Virginia's out of sorts.
Yeah.
Forget to talk it over and hit the reset button here in a moment, but I know we're late in the time, but some of the shot selection. Lars Tiffany's got a big job ahead of himself.
Menke working against Hackler. Millen, he's been quiet since that big second quarter. Really first quarter for number 9 in orange.
Draw 2, move it. Go.
10 seconds to shoot. Sunderland, nice pick from Schutz. Got an opening. It goes wide.
There's a reset on that, Dixie. There's some discussion about this.
I don't know. It looked like it may have hit a Hopkins defender, but I don't know if it hit the goaltender, Luke Stout.
On a double team, but it's taking too long, and Hopkins is recovering really well.
Virginia bench wanted an interference call on Hopkins as they ran over a picker. Shot by Millen, stopped by Luke Stout.
Creative shot by Millen, nice stop by Stout. The lefty goes offside. Possession in the second half. Excuse me, fourth quarter. They're in slow mode right now. They'll throw it around for 20 or 30, and then they'll go.
Work the shot clock. Time is on their side. Low wing. Shot is blocked by a Virginia defender. Early in the game, we had Kevin Cassis' hat fly off. One of the referees' hats flew off. Settled down, but now it is picked up with increased gusto.
Always out of the West here in Homewood Field.
Millen tries to jam it. Turnover to Chico. Had the initial grounder. Now it's Kilrain. Kilrain under the eye of Malachi Jones. Gets it to X, area directly behind the cage.
Next goal, gigantic in this game.
Liam Burke, he's been a problem all day for Virginia. Nice defense by Noah Chismar. Shot to the cage. Well, there's only 5 seconds on the corner. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Picked up by Virginia. Gritty ground ball by Balsamo. They might have something here. Feet in front. Sunderland denied. Luke Stout shuts the door. Sunderland gets it on the rebound. Errant pass goes out of bounds. Luke Stout letting the Virginia attack. Last couple years, he gets better as the season goes on.
You mentioned that on our call this week, Mark. Why do you think that is?
I think he just settles into a groove. Shot to goal! And all is groovy right now for Johns Hopkins. Dylan Bauer taking the feed, plants his feet.
6 and 9-7.
Yeah.
They were well on their way. And suddenly they've kind of regressed into what we saw last week at Ohio State.
They're now running McCabe Millen out of the box. And he gets Patrick Deans backside to Schutz, and it worked.
That's big. That's big.
Millen for the Cavaliers.
Numbers here.
They're pushing Schneider down to Millen. Let's fly, and he drills it. McCabe Millen with a rocket gets Virginia to within 2.
Everybody looked a little tired. They pass it on to Millen, and you think this might be out of his range, but he just got the wrist torque behind that and plays to the bench. Suddenly there is life. Hopkins and Pete Milliman looking to get back to championship weekend. It's been a decade. Coming close last season. They lost to this Virginia team in the quarterfinals.
Working against Will Erdman. Cullison lets it rip.
Heads up.
Ooh. Luckily a fence was there. And that was taking time off the clock. Nunes goes over the midfield.
You can score. They scored against Harvard last year.
Got to call that timeout. Virginia does with 1:02 left in the contest.
Play the ball now. You got to step out a bit and play this ball.
10 saves for Stout. Inside shot, a goal! Truett Sunderland. Hopkins came off of the shutoff of McCabe Millen, but they left number 3 in orange.
Nice dish in front. Sunderland's had a big day. It all comes down to this faceoff. Hopkins should take a defensive posture. It's a man-down faceoff, remember, because it's non-release.
The clock is trickling down, and that will do it. The Johns Hopkins Blue Jays hold on and